The next thing, which is really cool, is chasing Chasselas, which is, we just learned this recently. You guys might be familiar with them, but Victor Poulet, the Bordeaux Wine Guide by CIVB states that in France, the main families of grapes are defined by a typical time of ripening. So basically in the 1800s, 1900s, the way that we determined the grapes ripening and maturity was all off of this guy's analysis of studying the Chasselas grape. So everything we know about how to mature grapes, basically grow grapes in France, came from studying the Chasselas grape and its ripening times. This guy also became really, really famous just because Victor Poulet, he was basically the person who averted the phylloxera crisis by teaching people how to graft from American stock, vine stock onto, or excuse me, let me rewind that. Grafting plants on, or vines onto American vine stock to subvert phylloxera. Chasselas in the Americas. So the number, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, Chasselas is the #1 grape of Switzerland. We've already talked about it a ton. It's spread throughout the entire world now for hundreds of years. We find traces like in Chile, there's a certain grape varietal that is coveted in Chile. They don't export it at all. It's for the winemakers and for the elites there. And it is called Cronito, and it is just Chasselas that immigrated over. There's slight mutation to it, but the DNA and everything just says it's almost a perfect Chasselas. It's traveled far and wide across the world, even though we kind of consider it to just be, you know, an okay grape, a light, easy drinking grape. It hasn't really gotten its respect that it's deserved, but today we're hoping to change that. Going back to this guy, Jean-Jacques Dufour, the wine pioneer in the USA. This is kind of what we were talking about a little bit earlier. He started the first winery on the Ohio River, like we were talking about. Then he published a book. This book was the Vine Dressing Guide, and it taught people how to actually plant grapes on American soil. He is kind of the pioneer for what gave birth to the Finger Lakes, Northern America, and a lot of the West Coast planting of grapes were all based off of his books that he wrote. A Swiss guy.